The sirens wailed. The fluorescent lights flickered. Blood pooled on the white floor like spilled ink. Inside the trauma ward, chaos reigned, doctors shouting, machines beeping, soldiers groaning in pain. And in the middle of it all stood Claire, a nurse with trembling hands but fire in her eyes. Another one's coming in. A paramedic yelled, rushing in with a stretcher. The patient on it was half conscious, his uniform torn, his chest soaked in blood. He was a Navy SEAL, his dog tags clinking as the gurney rolled forward. The smell of iron and smoke clung to him like death. Dr. Harrington, the senior surgeon, stormed into the room. His gloves snapped on, his face set with arrogance. "Step aside, nurse. We'll take it from here." But Claire didn't move. She pressed her hand against the SEAL's wound, her other hand squeezing the IV bag tighter. "He's crashing." "We can't wait. He needs a chest tube now." The surgeon scoffed. "You're only a nurse." "Don't play, doctor. Step back." Claire's jaw tightened. Her arms ached from the pressure she was holding, but she refused to let go. The soldier's breaths were shallow, desperate. His lips turned blue. Time was slipping like sand through fingers. "I said step back." Harrington snapped. His voice echoed, sharp as a scalpel. The room froze. The monitors beeped wildly. For a heartbeat, it seemed the soldier would fade right there. Then, in a raspy voice, barely audible, the SEAL's eyes flicked open. He grabbed Claire's wrist with surprising strength. His whisper cut through the chaos. "Trust her. She's the only reason I'm alive." Everyone turned. The surgeon blinked. "What?" The soldier coughed blood, forcing his words out. "She pulled me out of fire. Enemy fire. She saved half my team. She's not just a nurse." His voice cracked, but his grip held steady. "She was our medic, our guardian angel." Gasps rippled through the staff. Claire's face flushed, but she kept working, her hands steady as steel now. The surgeon hesitated, then sneered. "That doesn't mean she can handle surgery." But before he could push her aside, the SEAL growled, a sound of defiance even in his broken state. "You move her hand, I'll kill you myself." A stunned silence filled the ward. The surgeon's face paled, his pride deflating. Slowly, he stepped back. Claire didn't waste a second. She guided the team with calm precision, her voice cutting through panic like a commander on the battlefield. Scalpel, suction, clamp, now. The staff obeyed. The rhythm shifted. What had been chaos became harmony under her lead. Her hands moved with confidence born not of theory but of blood-soaked nights in war zones, where hesitation meant death. Sweat trickled down her temple. The air was thick with antiseptic and fear. But she didn't flinch. She fought for the SEAL's life as if it were her own. At one point, the monitor flatlined. A piercing alarm filled the room. A nurse gasped, "He's gone." "No," Claire barked, slamming her fist into the soldier's chest. "Not on my watch." She started compressions, her movements fierce, relentless. "Come back, soldier. You're stronger than this." The team watched, hearts pounding, as she fought like a warrior. Then a faint beep. Another. The line returned. The soldier's chest rose again. Tears welled in Claire's eyes, but she didn't stop. "Good, that's it. Stay with me." Minutes stretched like hours until finally the bleeding slowed, the monitors steadied, and silence fell. The SEAL lived. Claire pulled off her gloves, her hands trembling now that it was over. She leaned against the wall, exhausted, the weight of everything crashing down. Dr. Harrington cleared his throat, his arrogance shattered. "I underestimated you." Claire's gaze lifted, her voice calm but sharp. "You didn't underestimate me. You dismissed me. There's a difference." The surgeon had no reply. The SEAL, barely conscious, managed a weak smile. "Told you. She's no ordinary nurse." Hours later, as the ward quieted, Claire sat by the SEAL's bedside. His face was pale, but his eyes carried gratitude deeper than words. "You remembered me?" she whispered. "How could I forget?" His voice was weak but steady. "In that desert, when bullets rained down, you didn't just patch wounds. You dragged me out. You carried me when I couldn't stand. You saved my brothers." Tears blurred Claire's vision. "I was just doing my job." "No," he said firmly. "You gave us more than medicine. You gave us hope. You were our light in the dark." She looked down, her hands folded tightly. "People here, they don't see that." To them, I'll always be just a nurse. The SEAL shook his head. Not anymore. Tonight they saw the truth. And so did you. Claire's chest ached with a mix of pain and pride. For so long she had carried the weight of memories she couldn't share, the scars of a battlefield that never left her. Tonight, in this sterile ward, her hidden strength had finally been seen. As dawn broke, the first light spilling through the blinds, the SEAL whispered, "You saved me twice now. Once in war, once here. I owe you my life." Claire brushed a strand of hair from her face and smiled softly. "Then live it well. That's all the thanks I need." The heart monitor beeped steadily, a rhythm of life reclaimed. The ward, once filled with doubt, now carried a quiet respect that would never fade. She wasn't only a nurse. She was a healer, a warrior, a legend. And that night, everyone finally knew it.